The prophet Isaiah spoke about the sufferings of the Messiah. But there's something he says in the original that's so big, so cosmic, that it's hard for any translation to do it justice. In the book of mysteries, the teacher and the disciple enter into the chamber of scrolls. They take out the scroll of Isaiah. They open it up to the 53rd chapter.
In the 53rd chapter of Isaiah is an amazing prophecy. It speaks of the Messiah who will suffer and die from our sins. And it is given centuries before Jesus did it. And we come to this passage. It says, "He made his grave with the wicked and with the rich man in his death."
It's describing how Messiah's death would come. His death would be linked to criminals, wicked men, and a rich man. So he made his grave with the wicked. Messiah was crucified in the midst of criminals. He died the death of a criminal. But it says also with a rich man. He was buried in the tomb of a rich man. It's amazing how accurate this is. And yet there's more. There's a mystery you can only see in the original language. And if you read almost any translation, you will not see it. It'll say in his death. But it really doesn't say that in the Hebrew, in the original language. It says something else. It says something that's so big, so cosmic, it is so hard for any translator to do it justice. In the original Hebrew, it says in his deaths. In his deaths. What does that mean? In Hebrew, it's a clue. It's a sign. It's telling you something. When the Hebrew does that, when the Hebrew Bible renders a word that should be singular as plural, it's a way of signifying that the reality behind the word is so unique, so intense, so extreme, so colossal that the word alone cannot contain the reality. In other words, his death, the death that Jesus died on the cross, is such a unique reality, such an extreme reality, such an intense reality, that the word death cannot even begin to approach what happened. In his deaths goes beyond anything we can express with our words, anything we can comprehend with our thoughts. At the same time, the plural can actually mean plural. Well, it's a singular person, but it's a plural death. So in his death also means something else. It means the death that he died not just for him, he died for all. He died many deaths, including your death. Your death is there. And so in that prophecy, it's not only a prophecy of Messiah's death, it's a prophecy of our old life being crucified. It's the witness in black and white in the Bible that the old you is finished, because he didn't just die his death, he died his deaths, and he owned it. He took our death. It says in the New Testament, so one died the death of all, that all have died. So the old you is gone. And so don't ever live anymore in something that is old. You want the death certificate of the old life? It's right there. It is right there in Isaiah 53, verse 9. It's not only what he did 2,000 years ago, it has everything to do with you right now. Because Messiah is the only one, as God, the only one in existence who could ever do that. What happened on the cross, you will never be able to fathom it, imagine it. The love of God is so intense that the word death can't even touch it, the word love cannot even touch it, and the word salvation cannot even touch it, because it's so much beyond anything we could imagine. How great is the love of God for you, that he actually died your death, and it's all covered and complete and finished in his deaths. The earth is only a footstool. Everything you have, it's possessions. Everything you have in the world is just footstool possessions.